Okay, so I was shocked that by the episode just going on there. Well, yeah, Pro Quality Let's Play here. Well, just go to sleep and things will be better in the morning. And I will turn off the microphone for a little tiny while.
Okay. I think we're well prepared. There's a signal, so there has to be someone here. People or creatures? There was a light. Or was it just lightning or something natural?
There was a directional light that lasted 4.4 seconds. A bright light. I would calculate that the chances of it not being artificial lie at 9.14%.
Pretty slim odds then. What do you mean by directional?
There was a precise vector, but it changed as it shone.
Could it be a reflection of the sun?
The amount of blue light is too high. The sun as a source can be ruled out.
So it's of a technical origin. Might have been Mark, or maybe he saw it too, which means he'd probably be on his way there right now. I suppose.
If he was ejected from the TAC-92, then he would probably be able to see the smoke and come here. However, if that is the case, he would now be dead at a possibility of 94.1%.
Where would I be without your optimism? So, you think I should stay here?
This place offers shelter, and you can gather resources from the wreckage. It is also the first place any rescue teams would check while searching for you. Leaving this place would be illogical.
But what is logical is that I would starve here and that I'd never find out what happened to Mark. Maybe he needs help, and without him I can't send out an emergency signal. I'd just be wasting my precious time.
As a weak biological life form, you will naturally lose energy and gradually be able to move shorter and shorter distances, which greatly lowers your chances at survival.
You're a real ray of sunshine, Core.
Furthermore, the light signal might vanish and then you would no longer be able to make out its origin.
All the more reason not to stay here, Core. Then I can only hope Mark is still alive and won't leave me hanging. I'd rather risk it and take my fate into my own hands.
Understandable, considering you are an organic life form. However, in the event of an accident, you would be entirely helpless.
You almost sound like Tony, that old worrywart.
Tony?
Anthony, my husband, Anthony Carter.
According to my database, you are unmarried.
Your database only knows about that Melissa Luna on the ID card.
Database update. Tessa Carter is married to Anthony Carter.
Yes, he also works for the Intergalactic Mining Corporation as a biochemist. I can see him right now, drinking hot chocolate together with our son, Finn. Just a few weeks' journey away from here. Please add to your database that Finn is 4 years old. Wait, 5? No, 4. Finn is 4 years old. Anyway, if I want to see them again, I have to survive.
Database updated.
Excellent. I have to take a break. I can't keep my eyes open. You keep watch while I sleep, and wake me if anything happens.
Confirmed.
You wanted to tell me something?
Yes, Mr. Bishop. He offered me a promotion.
Hey, that's amazing! Congratulations, you really deserve it.
Thank you, Tony.
You hesitate. Despite the improvement, you're worried you won't have any thrills in the new job, right?
I understand. You went through a lot after the accident.
Yes. I'm lucky to have survived that day.
You must have been very afraid, all alone, on a foreign planet.
Well, yes. But I also felt excited. Free. It was a strange mix of emotions and... Wait. What about Mark? Have you found him?
Yes, we found him. He is alive and well.
Oh, what luck. So, that night I dreamed about the day I was at the beach with Tony, who I told him about being promoted. I don't know what I meant by that.
Let's stick to what you experienced. Please continue telling me what you remember. What happened the following day when you left?
Good morning, Tessa.
Good morning, Cor. How was the night?
No unusual incidents. My scanners detected that you had an uneasy sleep.
Slightly creepy, but correct. It's not great sleeping in a spacesuit. As if crashing wasn't bad enough for my poor bones. We should get going to find out more about the signal and the light. Then we'll see if there's a chance to escape. Or if I'll be turning into a fossil here.
Would you like me to read you some motivational quotes from my database? Even the longest journey begins.
For heaven's sake, don't. I've already got a headache. Maybe we can find something interesting out there. That makes me feel better.
It was a little difficult to find my cursor there, but yeah. I did spot a typo there in that exchange. Oh well. Just a little thing about those scenes with a therapist. One of the puzzles in interpreting the story here is deciding what the chronology is here. Which is sort of the, called the active time, which is the memory. Arguably, you can kind of tell that the scenes with the therapist talks about the events that we play through. I'm struggling a bit to describe what I mean, but basically, what I mean is deciding which time period is the current one. That is, not in the future, not in the past, just this is where the player is. This is where we are experiencing the story from. Anyway, that is probably a little more technical than it has any right to be, so let's just go. We have a brand new planet, or brand new reality or something to explore. Oh hey, no fire anymore. By the way, the vistas in this game, they are just so pretty. And if you played the demo, back before we ended day one, this is where it all ended. So if you have played only the demo, this is completely new to you.
Has the signal changed at all?
Negative. It is unchanged and still active at the same strength and same relative distance.
I can't see the light anymore. Oh well. Whatever it is, the signal might be useful. Maybe I can repurpose it. Can you fly ahead and scan the ground to tell me where I can walk?
Confirmed.
So far, so good.
You made it look quite easy.
Thanks. That wasn't my first climbing session. But as I thought, I won't be able to get back to the ship's wreckage.
It would be logical to not waste time and instead look ahead, as long as the signal is active.
Somehow I've got the feeling we're going to ask ourselves where ahead even is. I hope ahead doesn't mean through the undergrowth and straight into some animal's mouth.
My sensors would register any animal with Tessa-sized mouths.
How reassuring.
So yeah, would the kind AI maybe inform us of any such creatures being detected? Oh wait, no, he did say actually that there were no relevantly sized life forms in the area. But then we have these.
what's causing these strange lights in the swamp. Seems to be some form of bioluminescence.
These are the small life forms that I registered.
As big as rats.
And yeah, just look at the details here. I don't know if any of this is difficult at all to do for them, for the studio, but I am absolutely impressed. Maybe not by the character models, but the backgrounds in this game. Please and thank you. Now, there is kind of a puzzle here in navigation. Basically, what we need to do
This
is...
a network of individual plant fibers that extend underground.
Oh yeah, and there's that.
They are all part of the same species and leave no room for others. The signal is coming from this direction.
But yeah, we need to follow the direction to find the signal. And I mean, I could do the whole puzzle for you. To show you basically what you need to do and all. I mean, to just solve it with you. But long story short is, if you just follow the directions from the guy here, you will end up here, and you kind of can't cross the water for some reason. I guess spacesuits don't float, huh?
These remind me more of corals than of plants. They're even moving slightly. But apart from that, they seem uninteresting.
Corals on Earth are more akin to animals than to plants.
Tony
Which is
would be
true.
delighted to try and find out what exactly these things are.
Fun fact, some plants will actually move around a little to, I mean, in response to how the light changes over the day, so they get the maximum amount of sun. So they don't have to be animals just because they move. But corals are, I do believe, still some kind of a colony organism. Oh, did you see that bump there? Yeah, the pathfinding code in this game is not perfect. Anyway, what we need to do is find our way to this place here. We could also have gone around to the right there, but what we need to do is get to this screen here. Now let's have a cutscene.
Just keeps getting better. Wouldn't it be nice if life was easy?
Intergalactic Mining Corporation. No progress without obstacles.
Yeah, I know the propaganda.
Do you know the slogan's origin?
I may have mild amnesia, Core, but I know that I always deliberately disregarded that information.
The IMC's legendary founder, Walter Knight, derived his worldview and ethics from the video games he so thoroughly enjoyed playing. If there are no obstacles or problems in your way, then you're going in the wrong direction, is what he always said. You should be on the lookout for obstacles. Hence, no progress without obstacles.
I thought some overpriced advertising company had come up with that slogan. But it's even worse. He came up with it while wasting his time on video games. Well, I guess he wanted to appear more down-to-earth, our Mr. Knight. And that's how people actually see him. Because they bombarded us with the slogan in every commercial.
My market research data shows a correlation between the slogan's frequent repetition and the IMC's customer ratings.
How nice for the IMC. Okay, obstacles. So that means we should be heading towards those mountains over there. They count as an obstacle, right?
Correct. The signal is still about 4.1 kilometers away.
And how are we going to get down there?
Unfortunately, I have no data on how to overcome real-world obstacles.
Oh, look at that, I'm back in control. Let's see, right, Animal Planet Day 2. Blah blah, stuff, or a tool. Yeah, so we are working on that. Let's look at a few things.
Broke through from above and grew into the lake.
There are insects sucking on it, glowing.
If it's growing upwards, it has to be somewhere on this plateau.
That is to be assumed. There are many here, but it is not clear which one it is.
A lake that this huge plant grew into. It almost extends right up to my cliff. Only about 20 or 30 meters deeper. I once spent a week on a planet with a similar view. Back then, I planned every expedition in a way that I could enjoy that view as much as possible. Now, I'd almost be happy to see the boring interior of a functioning spaceship instead, and without any surprises. But only almost.
Excuse me, how old are we again to have cleared astronaut training and gone to many different planets? I'm going to have to look at this. 2167, what year are we at? We have no idea. Okay, well, unspecified year. Woman 30-ish. 2030. Nah. I don't really buy the idea that that it is realistic. I mean, that it could happen in the real world. That she's seeing many different planets, like she suggests. But hey, here I am, injecting reality into a video game. Bloody stupid. Let's not do that.
If we find that rift, we might be able to climb down on the plant.
Or we find the plant itself.
I'm sure I've already been close to this ledge. It's part of this plateau I'm on after all. But even if I was right above it, it's still too much of a descent. The roots here have grown to become a net-like mesh.
And we do need this net for yeah, adventure game reasons. Don't ask. Okay, so now we are back here, and I need to pull up the walkthrough again. Let's see. Yeah, we need to find, among other things, a crater and a big red flower. I do believe the crater is this way. And yes, we could double click to move faster. Watch me not doing that. I mean, enjoy the pretty pictures, you know? Enjoy the ride. Oh. Yeah, let's have a look at this thing.
A plant growing beyond the crater's edge. It's gonna be like a bridge soon, but it's too slippery to walk on, even though it's got small implications.
A visual analysis shows that your bridge comparison is mainly unjustified. I would register it thus. Mossy, slippery, unclimbable, leafy plant. And likes it moist and shady. Fertilize once a month.
You know, I do get what they are trying to do here with the core. It kind of having that other person besides the player to have some banter with. But I would say that they missed the landing on 2 counts. Basically, an AI probably it doesn't normally have humor. Maybe in Interstellar, but a humor subroutine on a scientific mission? Get out of here. Sorry, but yeah, that ruins the credibility for me. That it does seem to make jokes sometimes. And yeah, the jokes just I'm not laughing, frankly. Not with the writer, but well, I'm just old man yelling at trees, yelling at clouds. I guess it is what it is.
I can push them in a bit, but
This
they're
is
still big.
not a classic game, like I've said, but it is a competent one. I definitely think it is worth your time to play. Which, you know, is one of the reasons I do it. But it also
Right.
is a very pretty point and click adventure game. So now that we've done things to the plant,
Does taking this risk bring you closer
let's
to your
climb.
goal?
For reasons. Reasons of adventure game.
Chill out, Cora. Unusual situations require unusual measures. What I'm gonna find in this crater is going to be quite unusual.
According to my calculations, the outcome of climbing one of these plants is lethal in 9.4% of all cases. Statistics are no joke.
I hurled my butt through space inside of a hunk of metal with controlled ionic detonations. You really think I'm scared of a bit of free climbing? This plant is sturdy, and all that's beneath it is a puddle. And I have to climb it anyways to find a way out of the swamp, because otherwise we die. Sometimes you have to live dangerously, Core, or you might never live at all. Don't you have a curiosity algorithm? Or some humor routines? If we're really going to starve, dry up, or get eaten by aliens, I want to at least be able to laugh.
You want me to be funny?
Yes, exactly. Whoa. We'll practice. Okay then. Say something funny.
Calculating.
I'm waiting.
Joke confirmed. What did the sun say to the earth?
No, I don't want you to tell me a joke. Make fun of our situation. About the swamp, our location, about me, about yourself. Anything. I mean, you can tell me about dangers if you want, but just do it more interestingly, more excitingly, maybe even sarcastically.
I understand. So, should you fall from the plant, please scream as loudly as possible so Mark Bennett can find us. Because I can't catch you or perform first aid.
Good attempt at sarcasm, Core. Could have been worse.
Huh. I don't believe I paid attention to that when I first played through the game. That might... Yeah. Okay, you know, let's be kind to the game and say that that is a valid in-universe reason that the banter is really not very good in this game. Anyway, we need to have this for some kind of a reason.
A small crater filled with blue-tinged, slightly strange-looking water.
And we need to have blue something because what again? Well, see, we're going to use that blue thing to, well, turn the insects blue to find our way down to the lake. That's a bit of a moon logic thing. But we do get some kind of a clue to it. But not that the blue water here will actually turn the insects blue. So that, I believe, we shall save for next episode. So stay tuned, and we shall... no, actually, let me get to that place first.
I hope all the trouble I went through with the meteorite is worth it.
I believe it is over here. I believe it is over here. I believe it is over here. Game? Stop fucking around with me. Oh. This is not the place. But we do, however, get some kind of a connection here with the coloration. So, yeah. Stay tuned, and in the next episode, let's find that damn flower I thought I would find here, of all places. Right. See you.